Executive Suites, made possible in part by the generous support of the Rhode Island Foundation. Now, Executive Suites with WPRI.com reporter Ted Nesi.
When Providence startup Nabsys opened its new facility in the Jewelry District in 2011, plenty of prominent officials showed up for the ribbon cutting. Founded 7 years ago to develop a faster, cheaper way of sequencing DNA, Nabsys has attracted more than $45 million in venture capital funding, and today employs more than 50 people, making it a much-discussed local success story. So what's next for Nabsys, and how does Providence's nascent knowledge economy look from their vantage point? This week on Executive Suite, the co-founder and CEO of Nabsys, Dr. Barrett Bready. Welcome to Executive Suite. I'm Ted Nesi. Barrett, thanks for being here.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So I'm not good at science. I want the viewers to be confident. I'm going to be your advocate here to make sure we understand, because Barrett has many degrees and is much smarter than I am at this stuff. But I think everyone can understand the premise of what you're doing at Nabsys. It's really fascinating. So let's just start with the basics. I mentioned a little top. It's about DNA. It's about DNA sequencing, but a different approach. What do you do at Nabsys?
Yeah, so fundamentally what we do is we make semiconductor-based devices for looking at DNA. So these are actually, I have one here, if I can show it.
Please do, yeah, hold it right up.
So this is fundamentally what we make at Nabsys. So you can see it looks just like a computer chip. Mm-hmm. In fact, it's made in the same place as you'd make a chip for consumer electronics applications. Mm-hmm. But in the Nabsys case, DNA molecules physically flow through this chip, and they're read electronically as they go through. So it's a brand new way of looking at DNA, and it's specifically really good at getting out the types of information that are key to cancer as well as other diseases.
So you mentioned cancer right there, and one of the things you said to the Journal a couple of years ago was that you talked about the difference between a healthy cell and a cancer cell and how that fits in with what you do. I think people will be interested in that. What was sort of that story you were telling?
Yeah, sure. So, if you know someone who's been through cancer treatment, you know that historically, and even most of the time now, chemotherapy is extremely toxic, extremely unpleasant. And the reason for that is that the DNA of a cancer cell is really similar to the DNA of a healthy cell in that patient. And that's why it's really hard to distinguish between those two, and that's why you kill the cancer cells with chemotherapy, but you also kill a lot of healthy cells, so you get all the side effects. But it turns out that cancer cells have DNA that actually differs in characteristic ways from DNA in healthy cells in the same patient.
Which kind of makes sense, right? If it has cancer,
right?
So it would be different.
Yeah, there's something that's making it cancer, and there's certain types of